hi!
Oh, hey!
Hey, that could be a movie with Brent and Hilary. Today, we have a theme, a topic, if you will.
And the theme is...
fear!
My turn to go first today. And My Condolences is the name of my movie. My Condolences is about the fear of being alone. So Jonathan, Jonathan, we follow him in his first few weeks in his new job. He works at a funeral home, and his job is, his title is Death Preparation Specialist, which is something that I made up because I couldn't remember what this job is actually called. And what he does is he goes to nursing homes or the homes of elderly people who don't have any family or any friends. They have no one. And he helps them arrange their funeral arrangements. So it is a very tough job. And he meets 3 friends in a nursing home. They're friends. The friends named their friends. That's the end. Their names are Marva, Scott, and Mishna.
Wow.
Yeah, none of them have any family left. And Jonathan has to go and get each of their funeral arrangements made with them individually. First, he's just trying to get his job done. He's just saying, like, what kind of casket do you want? Do you want to be cremated? Talking to them and hearing their stories. And their stories are about all of these people who are gone. And he realizes that he has no one in his life. And he's not going to be able to sit and tell anybody these stories because he lives alone and he works in a funeral home, and so he doesn't really have a lot of connections. People. He starts obsessing about that, and it causes him a lot of anxiety. He's so afraid of being alone that it makes him so anxious to go anywhere because he's so nervous about offending somebody or alienating people. So he just stays in his house. He doesn't even go to his job anymore. It becomes a big problem for him. Then he gets a call because they have lost Marva's funeral arrangements and she has passed away. Realizes that he could have been there. She was alone, but he could have been there for her. He could have been her friend. He regrets that. And so what he does is he finds her funeral arrangements and he goes and he gets Scott and Mishna and he takes them to her funeral. And so after that, he is able to kind of approach his job in a new way and realizes that he is making a meaningful contribution to these people's lives. Because if they have no one and you have no one, then you can have each other.
That's emotional, Brent.
That is very emotional. Like, this is a comedy show.
Yeah, my film
hopefully maybe a little bit more up than mine.
Right, I think so.
Okay, good.
My movie is called Not Too Late.
That sounds hopeful.
Yeah. The flip side of fear is hope.
Right.
I think there's always tension in between, and which one are you going to go for? Harry Minor is the man who's let fear...
He sounds like a very hairy person who's like a minor. Or a really young person. Harry Minor.
That's how it's spelled, too.
Harry Minor.
What
does he do? Tell us about Harry Minor.
Harry Minor is the man who's let fear dictate his life, and he is the world's worst high school teacher. Chipping away at your stone heart.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
I had a very sweet movie.
I know. Your heart is made of honey.
Butter.
And
honey butter.
Honey butter. Paula Deen can't get it out of the field. We meet Harry in high school, and he's just failing these kids. His kids, it's like kind of an inner city school. They need help, they need hope, they need good teachers. Nervous, he doesn't really ever talk in front of them. I mean, like, he passes out papers and they do busy work all class.
Yeah.
One kid named Tommy, who I just named
right now.
Tommy loves music, and he's a kid who is just almost failing out of school. Tommy is the neighbor of Mr. Minor. And one day, Tommy comes home, gets yelled at by his mom. He kind of goes into his room to play music. He turns it off, and he starts hearing, like, this electric guitar from somewhere. does a little research,
Espionage.
He looks across his window.
It's not very difficult research.
And sees, across the alleyway, Mr. Minor just, roasting that guitar.
Clear.
My air guitar is very tiny.
Oh, it's like a ukulele.
Right, but it's a guitar.
Oh.
He's like, Mr. Minor, what? The dweeb old high school teacher who's terrible? And like he starts to talk to Mr. Minor about it. First, Mr. Minor's like, no, I'm not going to talk to you about this because I'm old and angry. And then, he ends up opening up to Tommy, and we kind of uncover layer by layer Mr. Minor's character, and he wanted to be a musician, and he was too afraid to ever try. And Tommy is too afraid to really try in school. So they start a band together.
Oh.
But then Mr. Minor starts tutoring Tommy.
Okay, perfect.
Mr. Minor starts becoming a better teacher, and then they enter in this battle of bands, and they don't win, but everyone in the school sees like,
how
Mr.
cool
Minor, you're awesome. Yeah. And like, Tommy, we thought you were really dumb, and you wrote this music. This is beautiful. I know. The next year, and Tommy, it's his senior year, and he is applying to colleges and getting into them. Exactly. And Mr. Minor is the music teacher. And so, hope wins.
Hope wins.
Mm-hmm. So, if you like one better, put it in the comments. Also, if you have a better title, although those were pretty good.
See you later.
Bye.
Air guitar. I'm playing air guitar hero. Just doing the button.
The button.